Dude, you gotta tell me what you want. What you really want.
We should... They'll never do that again.
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to A Muggle's Perspective. I am Rogge, your resident Harry Potter enthusiast, and I'm joined today by, as always, my buddy Braden. Braden, how are you?
Doing great. How are things in Warsaw?
They're good. Wet, very rainy.
Yes,
but I guess
all day today.
Yeah, it's to be expected at this point in the year in Indiana. So
really, any time of the year.
Yeah. We're kicking off this next episode. We're covering just one chapter. For those of you reading along at home, I'm getting a phone call. Great. We're covering just one chapter, which is chapter 15 of Harry Potter and a Chamber of Secrets, Aragog. Now, for any of you who are, for some reason, listening to this episode and not having not listened to any of the previous episodes, what we do here is we read very slowly through the Harry Potter books and discuss them, because Braden knows how much about Harry Potter?
Next to nothing.
Yeah, just very little.
I have read the first book, so I know what happens in that. And I've read the first 14 chapters of the second book. Can
prove that you have read the first book. Yes. We have the receipts.
Yep, go back to the first episode.
So this is kind of fun because it's the first time that Braden's going through it, and we're sort of reliving it through him. He's the Muggle. This is his perspective.
You got it.
Yeah, so chapter 15, just chapter 15, Aragog. Before we jump into that, we have a couple housekeeping things we do want to get to. We had a Trivia Tuesday. Now, that came out just... What day is it? Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, yes.
We came out 1 day ago.
1 day?
Yeah.
Dang.
Less than 2 days ago.
It's fresh, y'all.
Are you ready for the question, Braden?
Hit me.
You might have a chance at this one, honestly.
Thanks for the confidence.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this gets kind of meta. The question is about our Patreon.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. So on our Patreon, there are 3 different tiers that you can subscribe in.
Okay.
All right, there's a $2 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what those names are of those tiers? They're not high, medium, and low.
Do they have to be in order? Or can I just say 3 things?
Just say 3 things.
Okay. One of them's got to be wizard.
One of them is wizard.
Trying to think of other, magical terms here. So...
The Garofme tier, obviously.
Yeah. Could one of them be a witch? Are we doing gender split type things?
So the higher tier is the wizard and the lower tier is the witch, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't do that.
No, witch is not one of the tiers.
Okay. Is one of them Dobby tier?
Just Dobby. Only one person can sign up for this one.
Yeah.
No, Dobby's not one of the tiers.
Okay. Well,
you give up?
Yeah, I can't think of what the others might be.
You're going to hate me.
The Dursleys.
No, very close, though. You're much closer. The lowest tier is Muggles.
Okay, so that, was the first thing that came to my mind, but I thought, Muggles is kind of a disrespectful term in Harry Potter.
I mean,
not disrespectful, but,
yeah.
Oh, he's just a Muggle.
It's not a compliment.
I mean, anybody that's a Patreon should be, I would think it should be some sort of complimentary term, right?
Well...
So that was my thinking, why I wouldn't...
Because we're negging them. We're trying to encourage them to go past the Muggle tier.
Right, but if I'm giving...
Right, so you can sign up for the Muggle tier.
That's fine.
But if you really want to feel good about it, you're going to be a perspective. The $5 tier is the perspective tier.
Got a lot of creative minds in here, I'm telling you.
How upset are you?
Mildly upset. I really thought it would be something more extravagant than that, and that's kind of why I couldn't come up with something, but...
I don't know if you've been to the Patreon page, Braden, but on there it says, "Welcome to a Muggles Perspatreon." So, that's where we are.
Okay. Well, I'll have to check that out.
As should the rest of you.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Please become a Muggle. Better yet, become a perspective.
Or
a wizard.
There's only so many wizard slots left open. But, yeah, feel free.
Get them while they're left.
You could become 2 wizards.
Like 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
2 wizards.
Like 2 Chainz.
Yeah. Everybody loves that guy.
I already got our episode title, it looks like. Okay. Then we wanted to play a voicemail. So that's one of our big recent additions to the show.
This is like my favorite thing we've done with this podcast so far.
Wow.
And I say that not having really heard, well, we've heard Rachel's, but so the rest of them could be just people berating me.
Please call in and berate Braden.
I mean, keep it PG if you can, but
yeah.
I'm willing to accept it.
Don't have to edit it too hard. But we do have a voicemail hotline. Name is a work in progress. Right now we're going with the Dumble phone.
The Dumble phone, the Harry Potline. We will take your suggestions on the name of our voicemail service.
But only via voicemail.
Yes, if you have a suggestion, you have to literally leave a voicemail or we will not accept it.
Yeah, you're not going to give us a suggestion about the voicemail in an Instagram comment.
No.
Call the voicemail.
Call the Harry Potline. Give the Dumble phone a ring.
Call the Hagrid hotline.
Yes.
I don't know. This is another patron. Just when you thought only patrons were calling into the hotline, you were right. Last week we heard from Rachel. We're just saying last week. I know it wasn't last week. That's fine. Anyway, this is from Logan. He'll introduce himself. So we're going to go ahead and give it a play. Braden has not heard this whole thing.
I have not. So this is new.
Hey, Rogge and Braden. It's Logan Hayes here. I love the show. I'm a Hufflepuff. This is the second time I'm leaving this voicemail because I typed in the wrong area code the first time, and the phone rang and it went through to a voicemail, and I thought it was the right number. But I looked at my recent calls afterwards, and it was not. So someone got my voicemail talking about this show, so that's kind of hilarious. Anyway, I think I typed it right this time. But I want to touch on something from the most recent episode. I don't think you guys gave the attention it deserved. It seems like it was a pretty significant item. And we're in chapter 14, page 253. Harry is returning back to the Gryffindor common room. He goes up to his dormitory and he notices that all of his things have been just thrown all about the room. Someone had obviously been frantically searching for something within his stuff. And Harry comes to realize that Tom Riddle's diary is gone. Someone took it. And so I think this is pretty significant because it shows us that someone in Gryffindor, other than Harry, recognizes the importance of this diary. And so I would love to hear just Braden's thoughts, a prediction on who he thinks is the one that took this diary. And yeah, I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up.
All right. Thank you to Logan. Should we just go point by point here?
Yeah.
And talk through it?
Let's walk through that voicemail. First of all, let's talk about the fact that he called someone totally random. And Rogge, I want to ask this because this is the first thing that came to mind. Mm-hmm. Did you watch the Amanda Show growing up on Nickelodeon with Amanda Bynes?
Have I seen a couple episodes of the Amanda Show? Sure. It's got the lobsters, right?
Yes, and have you ever seen the skit on that show where they call Mr. Old Man?
I don't think I've seen the Mr. Old Man skit.
Oh my gosh, okay, well I'm going to send you the YouTube link. For those of you who know what that is...
Deep cuts here.
I'm imagining that is who Logan called. Which would be hilarious.
Called Mr. Old Man.
Yeah, I'm sending the link over to you as we speak. So that's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
We'll definitely read the number correctly again at the end of this episode so that doesn't happen to any of you. Or if you want to have fun with it, just call random people and leave Harry Potter voicemails and see what happens.
But record yourself doing it.
Yes.
And
we want to
post
hear
it
those too.
To our Facebook page.
Yes. All good ideas.
My next point I want to bring up is, hey, Rogge, Braden, it's Logan Hayes. I love the show. I'm a Hufflepuff. He just goes, I'm a Hufflepuff. Which, like,
I want everyone to just start that way. That was perfect.
Yeah, it was so good. Like, he knew that we wanted to know what house he was in, and he was right. We do want that.
Yes, that's great.
Thank you for letting us know you're Hufflepuff, Logan. Yep. A very Hufflepuff move is to call the wrong number the first time. And then, but even more specifically, then tell us the story about you calling the wrong number. Like a Slytherin would call the wrong number, but not tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
So you're living up to your Hufflepuff thing there.
Yep.
But as far as the bulk of this message, this page 253, someone comes in and ruffles around with Harry's stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's totally fair. We did not talk about it on the show.
Nope. I mean, that's, as soon as he said that kind of a light bulb went off. Like, yep, that makes total sense. We just kind of glossed over that one, and that seems to be a huge point.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on this? Why did someone care about this diary? Who could it be? What?
But like, who else even knew that they had it?
Well, who else knew that he had it and knew that it was important? There was something special with it.
Moaning Myrtle.
So we think Moaning Myrtle, she can float through the walls, check. So she can break into the common room pretty easily. Yep. Or into Gryffindor.
Yep.
She goes up to Harry's dormitory, which like makes sense. Like she's kind of a creep.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, we've never heard of her leaving the bathroom before, have we? Like that just, she just kind of hangs out.
Ooh, I'm going to disagree with you there. She goes to Nearly Headless Nick's Death Day party.
Oh, okay.
Nearly Headless Nick, well known for being your favorite character that you care about a lot.
Super useful and purposeful. Big fan of that. So I'm thinking maybe it was her because we found out in this one chapter we read that she may or may not be connected to the last time the chamber was open.
Yeah.
She may be the girl that was killed.
Ooh.
I think she is.
You think so?
I think so.
So she would know about Tom Riddle if he was at school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She would know that he had a diary, maybe? Tom Riddle's girlfriend?
Could be.
Hagrid's girlfriend.
That's a farther stretch, but I'm not willing to rule it out.
Why can't Hagrid have a girlfriend, huh?
I just can't imagine Hagrid's ever been a real attractive guy.
Oh, wow.
Endearing, yes. Loyal, absolutely.
I mean, like, there's people that are attracted to that.
There are.
To what that is.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not willing to rule it out.
Hairy,
they could have been romantically involved. I don't know.
Sort of brawny, like the lumberjack look.
Yeah. It's like how I would love Jack Black, right?
But if Jack Black was literally 4 times the size of Jack Black.
Which isn't that hard to imagine.
I feel like there's been a, like, direct-to-Netflix movie about that, where Jack Black got really big.
Yeah, it seems like there is. I don't know what that
Or like an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, that seems like an Adam Sandler movie. So yeah, that's kind of my guess. I don't know.
We think it's Moaning Myrtle.
That seems to make sense in my head.
Because who else would know that the diary's important? And that Harry had it.
That's kind of where I'm coming from. Well, didn't one of them go to the library and kind of look for stuff about Tom Riddle? Am I dreaming?
Well, I mean, who would that have been?
Hermione,
right. So she might have.
Because I'm thinking like maybe the librarian, but that's not really like a central character. So
Madam Pince breaking into Harry's room.
Yeah, no, I'm not going with that one.
It's on the table.
I think no, but he did drop that diary when one of the students got petrified, and didn't Malfoy see it?
We're talking about sort of earlier. Are you talking about when Lockhart sort of...
No, it was when Ginny sent Harry a Valentine, and the little guy's like singing and trips him.
Through Lockhart's Valentine system thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on page 237 here.
Okay. Oi, you, Harry Potter.
Dwarves are Australian.
Yeah, that's very clear.
What's going on here? Yeah. Desperate to get away. Malfoy gets it.
But Malfoy wouldn't know that was important, would he?
Harry, glancing over, saw Malfoy stoop and snatch up something. Leorini showed it to Crabbe and Goyle, and Harry realized that he'd got Riddle's diary.
So,
well, would Malfoy know it was important?
He wouldn't, but his dad would.
Why? Because he's old?
Yeah, because he's old and he knows a lot about Hogwarts.
So you think his dad wouldn't tell him?
I think his dad would tell him enough, like, you need to get that out of Potter's hands.
Oh, interesting. Because we don't want Potter finding out the truth.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. I like it.
I don't really know which one I want to go with for sure, but I think those are 2 plausible options.
It's either Moaning Myrtle, Madam Pince the librarian, or Malfoy's dad.
Lucius.
Lucius. Nice.
Lucius H. Malfoy.
Lucius Hagrid Malfoy.
Yep. That's it.
I thought you were going to be like, that's dumb. They don't. No, yep. Yeah, it's Hagrid.
That's why he hates Hagrid so much.
He does hate Hagrid so much. Here, I thought it was just because he was racist against big people.
The race of big people. Well, so there you go, Logan. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some more info on this stuff, and we will try to not skip over things that you guys think are important in the future. We have gotten some feedback in favor of the more broadly focused episodes and some against. So we're just going to continue scattershotly podcasting.
Scattershotly. That's how we do it. I think either way, if you feel that we skipped over something that deserves more attention, that's like just call in like that. That's great.
Please do.
That's perfect.
Call in for any reason. We will have a prompt here coming at the end of the episode specifically, but feel free to call in. All right, so let's jump into Chapter 15 of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Aragog. How were you pronouncing it when you read that word the first time, Braden?
Aragogi.
Aragogi?
No, I'm just kidding. I had heard you say Aragog before, so...
Dang it. I'm such a failure of a perspective.
Yeah, you are the worst.
Ugh. You should replace me with Jeremy or Hannah. Either one is capable and able of hosting the show better than me. So, Aragog, we get started just after Dumbledore and Hagrid leave, and things aren't great at Hogwarts.
No, things are very tense. It says on 266, any laughter that rang through the corridors sounded shrill and unnatural and was quickly stifled.
Like, that's a rough way to go to school.
Yeah, especially because, like, throughout most of the first book, and really most of this book, I feel like Hogwarts is, like, J.K. Rowling kind of just paints it as, like, just this place of wonder, and, like, these kids are just constantly engaged.
Generally happy.
A really cool atmosphere to go to school in. So this is total contrast.
But somebody's happy.
Yep. It would only make sense that this sort of environment would bring joy to Draco Malfoy.
Like, this is a bad look for Malfoy.
Has he ever had a good look?
He's just openly talking. He's just openly saying mudblood, talking about hoping people die.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that, because you have to think this isn't, like, the time that we're reading about on 267, I think.
Mm-hmm.
As loudly as he talks about that, that's probably not the first time he's talked out about that in public. Like, the fact that nobody else is trying to, like, beat the crap out of him, or a teacher hasn't heard that and, you know, had him stay after class or something.
So is it worse that he said that he hopes that the next person attacked dies, or that he said Snape is a good teacher?
I think the whole wishing someone dead. I think that's probably it. Because Snape, as much as we don't like him, and as he's kind of a tool to Harry, like, he probably is a good teacher.
I feel like that was my vibe as a teacher. Was like a tool to the students, but, like, you know, like a professional educator.
Like, look, guys, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to get you learned.
I feel like that's pretty much the opposite. I was more there to be kids' friends. And so when kids were mean to me, then that's when I got mad at them.
That's understandable. I mean, that's how most relationships are, right?
Yeah, but most relationships aren't teacher-student.
Yeah, that's valid.
I had some kids that were friends. I would call some of my students my friends, I guess. Shouts to Wyatt Walton. Wyatt, are you listening?
What about the student that designed our cover art?
Nate, yeah.
Because I don't know Nate, but Nate's my friend.
He is your friend. He goes to youth group. He's a good kid. I like Nate.
We like Nate. We as a podcast endorse Nate.
We're pro Nate Connect. Okay, so we see Draco talking about Hermione dying. Ron tries to beat him up. And then something interesting happens. Snape says, "Hurry up, I've got to take you all to herbology." So the teachers are just walking kids to the next class now?
Yeah, you got to have I don't know what the right word, I guess supervising. Like, you have to have chaperones. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Chaperonement.
Yeah, I mean, kids are getting petrified in the hallways. Like, you probably want an adult around.
I mean, these teachers are just going to be late to all of their classes, right? Snape's got to walk from the dungeons out to the greenhouse.
Yeah, I think that's a small price to pay for the children's safety. I'm okay with this.
But don't you bet they have like, are there like 20-minute passing periods at Hogwarts? It's got to be long, right?
Yeah, it probably does have to be quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I bet it's a while.
The bigger question is, what are shrivel figs?
I think they are like pruny, like take a fig and then shrivel it. Like, what is a prune? Did a prune used to be like a date? What's a date?
I honestly don't know.
I'll tell you right now, you ever have these things where you're like, those are all the same in my head?
Yeah.
Like prunes, dates, and figs are all the same in my head. It's the same with radishes and turnips. And rutabagas.
That's just a fun word to say.
Are those 3 words for the same thing?
I think so. So to me, in my head, like dates, figs, and prunes, there's some sort of relationship there in the way that grapes and raisins are related. Like if you dry and shrivel one up,
I'm assuming that's the case.
Then it becomes A, B, or C.
Becomes one of them. Prune. It's got to be prunes, right? Prunes have got to be the wrinkly ones.
It seems like that, but I know I know more about Harry Potter than I do those 3 things. So
that's not saying much.
Well, I guess now it's not, but
I think that they are like potion ingredients.
Shrivel figs. Now, what is the word before them? Abyssinian?
Yeah, like from Abyssinia, which is like a Bible Times country.
Okay, I am killing the pronunciation game in this.
You
podcast.
really are. It is Abyssinian.
Anyways, that is not really relevant to anything in this chapter.
No, it's pretty relevant. I mean, it gets us to Ernie Macmillan. How did you feel about the payoff here? Ernie has been talking mad smack about Harry Potter for like months.
He has. He's been talking mad junk, as the kids say.
And then he just is like, I'm sorry, and like sticks out his hand.
I appreciate it, man. I do. I didn't like Ernie, but, any guy that can look you in the eye and shake your hand and apologize, I mean, it's all right in my book.
Ron is not as quick to forgive as you, which I just think is so funny. He's like, do you think Malfoy could be it? And Ron's like, oh, that's clever of you. We didn't think of this 6 months ago.
Well, you know what they say, a Weasley never forgets.
The common saying.
Everybody says that.
A Weasley never forgets. So that's good. We find some spiders. Were you prepared for how spidery this chapter was going to get?
I thought it was going to be pretty spidery. I don't know if I really anticipated the level of spideriness that we got to.
It got I'm trying to really picture a chapter that's spiderier than this. I cannot.
Yeah, I hope this is all the more spidery it gets. Because I'm not a big fan of spiders. I used to have nightmares. I think I mentioned that in previous episodes.
You did. I will encourage you to continue mentioning it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's a big deal to me. Like, some of these nightmares are still pretty vivid.
Still? Wait. Not that you're still having them, but you still remember them.
Like, I remember them. I don't still have them, but I remember them really vividly. Like, freaking out, running into your parents' room. Yeah.
I want to see you sitting up in bed, like, now, at age 25, and, like, going, the spiders! The spiders! And it's like, shh, it's okay. No spiders, bud. No spiders.
I think that if I were to have an encounter with a tarantula, that could become a real possibility. Because, dude, the hairiness of tarantulas, like, that does something weird with my head.
Their legs just, like, arch up so much.
And they're thick, like fingers.
Yep.
Like human fingers. And they're hairy, and they've got all those eyes. And they just look mean.
Yeah, you don't look at that and you're like, oh, hey, bud. Did you ever go on like field trips or have someone, people that would bring in snakes to like a classroom or to some kind of field trip?
Show and tell, like, here's my pet tarantula. Like, dude, nobody wanted you to bring that. Leave that at home.
Was that your impression of Quentin Nanette? Here's my pet tarantula.
I'm not going there.
Come on the pod. If you're listening to this, please call the hotline. I want to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a long time.
It's not the hotline. What'd you say before the show?
The Howler.
The Howler.
Call the Howler.
I'm still in on the Dumble phone, but Howler's good.
Okay. So we go from herbology to what's it called? Defense Against the Dark Arts, DADA class. And I thought if I had a beef, this would have been my beef. Because Lockhart is legitimately happy. He's like, hey guys, this is great. The bad guy's gone. It was Hagrid and Dumbledore all along. So now we're all fine. And it's just the worst. I just dislike it so much. I think I know a little bit more about Hagrid's arrest than you do, Mr. Weasley.
That guy just needs a good old-fashioned punch to the throat.
Usually, I'm thinking you're going to say face, and I appreciate that you subverted my expectations there.
I like to keep you on your toes.
Because a punch to the throat surprises you, and you're on all fours. You're on your knees when you get punched in the throat.
Yeah.
The Gryffindor common room is crowded because they just stick all of these 11 to 17-year-olds in there every night at 6 o'clock. And they're like, well, just stay here, I guess. You can't go anywhere.
Yep. Seems to make sense.
So that's tough stuff for Harry and Ron. They're trying to leave. But are you excited that they remembered the invisibility cloak this time?
I am. I'm very excited. I think this thing is... Literally, that is my, just... The life of this show, my forever beef will be... You need to utilize this thing more.
It's just so convenient.
It literally could be used in so many situations. It's so underutilized. So I was really excited, but how long should I wait to get into how this becomes a beef for me?
I think it's about a
little bit here.
I think it's about beef time.
Are you feeling beefy?
Bwah, 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 bwah.
Braden's beef.
Braden, what's your beef today?
My beef is I'm looking for the exact page. You may have to help me out, but so I was super excited that they were using the cloak, and then they get to Hagrid's little hut before they go into the Forbidden Forest.
So we're on the bottom of page 271 here.
271, bottom of page 271. They reached Hagrid's house, sad and sorry looking with its blank windows. When Harry pushed the door open, Fang went mad with joy at the sight of them. Worried he might wake everyone at the castle with his deep booming barks, they hastily fed him treacle toffee from a tin on the mantelpiece, which glued his teeth together. That's how you get a dog to stop barking. And then, here's my beef. Harry left the invisibility cloak on Hagrid's table. There would be no need for it in the pitch dark forest.
Obviously.
You live in a world of magic with wizards, unicorns, monsters, giant spiders.
Apparently giant spiders.
You're telling me that there's no possible situation where you could need that cloak, and it would be okay for you to just leave it in an abandoned house.
If Draco Malfoy followed them to this house, it would not be the first time he followed them to that same house.
Exactly. People know where Hagrid lives. It's not like this is they're the only people to know where Hagrid is. I have harped on this the entire show, but the lack of concern for this invisibility cloak is alarming.
In fairness, Dumbledore definitely did bail him out last time. So I feel like Harry's been enabled a little bit. He just feels like it's always going to come back to him. It's like a Thor's hammer situation.
I guess, man, but
He just raises his shoulders in the cloak like, oh no, that's much more specifically Doctor Strange. Dang it.
I don't see that working out for him in the long run.
Yeah, eventually he's gonna need it, and it's not gonna come flying to him. Dumbledore's not gonna be there to throw it to him, is he?
He's not. He's not there now.
He specifically isn't there in this situation. So the paragraph right before that, they hastily fed him what?
Treacle toffee.
Mine says treacle fudge.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So there you go, folks. Two slightly different versions of a Chamber of Secrets. That's the content that you tune in to this podcast to hear, is us discussing the differences between figs and prunes.
So if you were kind of on the fence at the start of this show, should I become a patron? Should I not?
We've roped you in at this point.
Yeah. At this point, I think the decision is made.
If you are not into these kinds of observations and you're 17 episodes in, then
get out.
What? Get out. That's not where I was going
I'm
with
just kidding. Don't.
Please don't. We need the subscribers. I have a family to feed. No, I have a job now. It's okay.
But let's make it clear, you're not hanging on to that super tightly. If this can become a full-time thing, it absolutely will be.
I hope that I've been making that clear the duration of this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm happy. As I've already demonstrated, I'm happy to quit my job and become a professional podcaster.
He has proved that to you listeners. There is no limit on what he will do for this.
In terms of quitting my job.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't take the invisibility cloak, but they take Fang.
I would.
I mean, he's a good boy.
I'm taking Fang
least.
everywhere.
Yeah. Why don't they just... Who's taking care of Fang? Fang should be just staying in their common room with them.
I'm all about that. Like, Fang should be sleeping at the foot of Harry's bed.
Yeah. Fang should be walking them to classes.
Did we get to meet Fang in the first movie? I can't remember.
I believe Fang makes an appearance in all of the movies.
Because I'm trying to remember how big Fang is.
He's a Neapolitan Mastiff in the movies. So when we walked into Hagrid's hut to meet the dragon, Norbert, we should have met Fang.
Man, I'm having a tough time remembering that. Do I have permission to look up a picture of Fang, or will that lead to spoilers?
Of course,
okay,
no, that's fine.
Doing that now.
He's a very big dog, and he has like those like cheek flaps that hang down like several inches past his face. That's the kind of dog we're talking about.
Dude, they have Fang like stuffed animals, and it is the cutest thing of all time.
I bet you can find Fang like fan art.
Dude, it's just a dog version of Hagrid. That's awesome.
I feel like a dog version of Hagrid is one of those like sheepdogs that's so fluffy that it doesn't have eyes.
I'm a big fan of Fang.
I know. He's such a good boy.
He's the best.
And he's like, I guess I'll go with you to this forest. Like, that's fine. I know you two.
Do you know what year Fang was born in?
The dog, like, from the books, in terms of canon?
I'm on Harry Potter fandom.
Okay, I'm going to go with 1982.
Oh, my gosh.
Did I get it?
1984.
Oh, dang it.
So close.
Anyways,
if I'm Harry, I'm taking Fang everywhere. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Who's going to protect Harry better, Fang or Snape? Think about it. So they're going to the forest, blah, blah, blah. It's really dark, and they're following the spiders, and they find the car. How hard had you forgotten about this car?
Like, pretty hard.
They got out of the car.
This was awesome.
You did not think about the car since they got out of it.
No. Well, I just thought it was trashed. Like, I thought the tree kind of swallowed it up, and it was just, we'd never hear about that again.
Right.
That was awesome. Really great timing.
It turns out it just turned into, like, a feral car or horse.
Yeah, it's weird that it has a mind of its own and just kind of, like, cruises around the forest by itself. I'm not sure how that came to be, but that's a thing that J.K. Rowling doesn't really get into any kind of explanation about. It's just like... And now it's a wild car living amongst the spiders.
So that's fun.
Yep, I've just kind of grown accustomed to just not really asking questions about this kind of stuff and just going with it.
I mean, like, whatever question you were going to ask, the answer is magic.
Yeah.
So we see a car and we're like, that's good. There's nice things in the forest. And then immediately, like 10-foot tall spiders show up.
Yep, so...
Yep.
Here we enter Braden's childhood nightmares.
Yeah, I also have some spider stuff, not as intense as specific nightmares about it, but the part, this scene in the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets PC game was tough. Tough stuff for me.
Okay, walk us through that. Why is it difficult?
Well... It's difficult in that I'm scared of what's happening in front of me because there are spiders on the screen.
Sure.
And then also the controls are tough. Like you have to like back up and like turn yourself around so you're facing the spiders head on. And then your spells only go totally straight. And so you just can't really hit them very accurately all the time. And then the spiders are coming at you, obviously.
Yep.
So it's a lot. For like a fourth grader.
Yeah. Certainly sounds like it.
I mean, even here on page 275, I hadn't read this in quite a while, and I was not prepared for some of these descriptions that I read. Harry saw 6 immensely long hairy legs, the front 2 clutching him tightly below a pair of shining black pincers. Isn't he described as being like 6 feet off the ground at this point? Hanging face down? Like, that's the most terrifying thing I can imagine, like, readily, right?
Yes, without a doubt. And what I really don't like is that they can talk.
That's worse. I feel like that humanizes them a bit for me.
I don't know, because it's kind of easy to just, like, I don't know, for me it's like, well, they're just a dumb spider. Like, yeah, it's huge, but it can't think and process through problems and situations like I can. No,
Sure.
actually, it can.
Yeah,
it's
this one
talking to
can.
its friends.
Yeah. The top of page 276 is tough for me, where it says the stars shone brightly onto the worst scene he had ever laid eyes on, and the next paragraph just says spiders. Just the word spiders. And you're like, I get it. I'm picturing this. Thank you, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
That's storytelling.
Yep. And not just tiny spiders like those surging over the leaves below. Spiders the size of cart horses. 8-eyed, 8-legged, black, hairy, gigantic. The hairy thing, man. That's what does me in with spiders. I'm telling you. Like a little like daddy long legs, running across the garage. Like, okay, I don't like it, but I can deal with that. Like you add the hair factor in, and it's like I feel like specifically with tarantulas, man, they like look at you. They look you right in the eye.
How do you know which eyes to
that.
look in?
That's the problem. You can't look them back in the eye, but they're looking at you with 8 different ones.
Here's my issue right now, is the number of S's I'm seeing. Spiders. Like, one giant spider that can talk to you, that's scary. Okay?
Sure.
I'm picturing, at this point, there's dozens, if not hundreds of spiders here, right?
Yeah, and it says that they're making, like it seems like when they're all in agreement with each other, they start making clicking noises.
Yeah.
Like
they click excitedly.
Yeah, dude, that has to be terrifying.
Like you're at a slam poetry event.
Yes.
And everyone's snapping their fingers. And you're like, I don't like being here. Slam poetry is awful. But also spiders.
Spiders doing slam poetry.
And then Aragog. We start hearing Aragog. And there's a spider the size of a small elephant. It's blind.
At this point, I would just pray that I would pass out.
Okay, so like, let's say those first spiders just started wrapping them up to like eat them right then,
Mm-hmm.
Is that better or worse than being carried for 15 to 20 minutes upside down towards a hollow that is full of more spiders? Would you rather just get it over with?
Probably, yeah.
Man.
This would be the worst.
Oof, this is tough stuff. Sorry, listeners. We're struggling here. Let's not forget on the bottom of page 276, Aragog was like, oh, just kill them. You found humans that weren't Hagrid. Just kill them.
Yeah, like, why did you even wake me up?
Yeah.
It says he was sleeping.
And so I guess that gives us an idea of what spiders are thinking about.
So, Harry has the wherewithal to speak up and say, like, hey, we know Hagrid. We're friends with Hagrid. Tries to explain that Hagrid's in trouble. And so there we learn that this spider knows about the whole Chamber of Secrets thing.
Of course he does. He's a sentient, ancient, gigantic spider.
Which, yeah, why wouldn't he be? Let's see, I'm reading through 277 here.
Mm-hmm. So Harry is like, yeah, you know about the Chamber of Secrets. Like, that's where you came from, right?
He says, that kind of makes him angry. He's like, I was not born in the castle. I come from a distant land. A traveler gave me to Hagrid when I was an egg. Hagrid was only a boy, but he cared for me hidden in a cupboard in the castle, feeding me on scraps from the table. Dang it, Hagrid.
Hagrid then went and bought another giant talking spider to be his wife.
This part was kind of comical. Like that, you kind of gloss over that in the whole scheme of like this spider story, but I just think that's funny. Like Hagrid found it fitting that it needed a wife.
Yeah, Hagrid's the god of spiders. Spiders would get lonely, I guess.
I don't know. I think they deserve to be lonely.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't they serve some sort of purpose, though? Do they eat mosquitoes or something like that?
They probably eat mosquitoes.
I don't know. I'm sure they have a purpose.
What's mosquitoes' purpose?
Nothing.
Like, that's the entrance of sin into the world?
It is.
It's specifically mosquitoes?
I've had this conversation many times. It definitely is. So, anyways, like, we find out that Aragog, he knows that Hagrid was not the one who killed, or he did not harm a human. He says if it would have been, wow, I'm going to start over. Harry summoned what remained of his courage. So you never attacked anyone. Never, croaked the old spider. It would have been my instinct, but out of respect for Hagrid, I never harmed a human. The body of the girl who was killed was discovered in a bathroom, hence Moaning Myrtle. I never saw any part of the castle but the cupboard in which I grew up. Our kind like the dark and the quiet. So
then we get this interesting exchange. So what? What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
So Harry obviously, like, we're all thinking what Harry asks next. Like, so do you know what did kill that girl?
Right.
He's drowned out by the loud clicking that just like makes me tense up. Says the rustling of many long legs shifting, large black shapes shifted all around him.
A lot of shifting.
Yes. Shifty creatures. The thing that lives in the castle, said Aragog, is an ancient creature we spiders fear above all others. What does a spider fear? A snake?
What, does a spider fear a snake?
Couldn't a snake, like, eat a spider? What hunts spiders?
I don't know.
Snakes eat like rats. They could probably handle a spider.
What eats bugs? Like lizards?
I guess. Something has to eat spiders, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure something eats spiders. Whatever eats bugs. Birds eat bugs, I guess.
I don't know. It's gotta be something pretty big to be able to eat these guys.
Bats. Bats eat bugs.
Ugh, bats are flying rats.
Bears.
Beets. Battlestar Galactica.
So there's something, there's an ancient spider creature. It seems like, I don't know, there's like a specific, like, long-standing, like, magic that, like, makes this creature the opposite of spiders somehow.
So anyways, Harry's really trying to get out of Aragog, like, what this thing is, and he won't talk about it.
He wouldn't even tell Hagrid.
No. So, up until then, I had thought all this conversation going back and forth, well, at least Aragog knows that, like, they're on Team Hagrid. Like, maybe Harry had just made an army of friends. So Aragog's kind of, like, inching back into his web, and Harry says, well, we'll just be going then. And Aragog says, go. No, you guys are dinner.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
My sons and daughters do not harm Hagrid on my command, but I can't deny them fresh meat when it wanders so willingly into our midst. Goodbye, friend of Hagrid.
Harry spun around. Feet away, towering over him, was a solid wall of spiders.
Clicking.
Their many eyes gleaming in their ugly black heads. Is that your nightmare?
Yep.
A solid wall of spiders towering over you?
Kill me.
Feet away.
Just kill me.
I just, like, that many spiders, you could feel the heat radiating off of them. Right? I don't like any part of this. All that spider hair. Harry reached for his wand. But, like, what's he going to do?
Right. And he knows that.
What spells does Harry know? Is he going to make them tap dance like a pineapple?
Yeah, he knows that. Says Harry knew it was no good. There were too many of them, but he was gonna die trying, So at that point, Mr. Weasley's car was thundering down the slope, headlights glaring in its horn screeching, knocking spiders aside. Several were thrown onto their backs, their endless legs waving in the air. The car screeched to a halt in front of Harry and Ron, and the doors flew open.
So this is like the scene... You've seen the Lord of the Rings movies?
Nope.
Okay. All right, never mind.
That'll be the next pod.
Yes. A Hobbit's perspective. We already talked about this, didn't we?
I think so. I think this has been mentioned.
It's just... That would be tougher because there's like... parts of those books where there's like, and now for 3 chapters in a row, we will describe the scenery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get through that.
It's just, yeah. I mean, it's very, like, well-written and, like, detailed and stuff. The pace is just slower. Okay, so the car is like, get in. Let's do this, boys.
Yep, just plowing through spiders.
So then they just do. Like, okay, like, we will get in. But make sure Fang gets in.
Gotta have Fang.
You don't just want to leave him.
Fang's a good boy.
He really is.
So they smashed their way through the undergrowth, Fang howling loudly in the back seat, and Harry saw the side mirror snap off as they squeezed past a large oak. After 10 noisy, rocky minutes, the trees thinned and Harry could again see patches of sky.
So the car drove for 10 minutes at, like, fairly high speeds, I feel like it's implied.
Yeah.
They were super far into these woods.
Right.
They get launched out.
Had to be a pretty wild ride.
Was that Fang's first time in a car?
Yeah, I'm imagining that him howling loudly in the back seat was just howling, like, out of sheer excitement.
He's like, roll the windows down. This is my destiny.
Yeah.
I'm a dog.
Like, dogs love to have their heads out the window, and he is eating it up.
That's fun. Because he's not going to get a lot of car rides in his life.
No, he's such a good boy.
Oh, man. Now I want Fang to ride around the car. What a good job. Good job, Fang. So he goes back home. Harry got out to... Oh, so they go back to the invisibility cloak. That's nice.
And it's just there. They get lucky again.
Follow the spiders. So what do you think of then Harry? I bet he thought Aragog wouldn't hurt friends of his. And Ron says that's exactly Hagrid's problem. Is this kind of how you see it? Like, that's Hagrid's move? Is that he's like, yeah, those spiders are nice. They're not going to eat anyone.
Yeah. I mean, like, we know that that's Hagrid's thing. Like, he's just attracted to, like, huge beasts that are really out of his control, ultimately.
I mean, and that's one thing. But then to actively think that those beasts are not harmful to himself.
Right.
And then especially to others.
Right.
Like, was it right of Hagrid to tell Harry and Ron to go into the chamber?
Well, I don't understand what he was trying to accomplish. Like, was his thought that Aragog and his family would help them?
I mean, like Harry says, it proved that he did not open the Chamber of Secrets and he was innocent.
What a way to prove it. And
it's not like Harry and Ron thought that in the first place. What are they going to do? Go get McGonagall and be like, no, come on, let's go talk to the spiders. He'll tell you.
Yeah,
I think Hagrid probably legitimately thought they would be helpful. They would give him helpful information, maybe some food, hang out with them. It was like, yeah, I'll just set my allies up together, Harry and Ron, with the spiders, my friends. That's dangerous. That's not just negligence. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I think he went a little too far trying to prove his innocence.
So Harry's getting worried. They've got dead ends here. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah. But then Harry is like kind of thinking it over before bed and kind of makes that connection about Moaning Myrtle being the one in the bathroom. Which this is where I think there's a strong case for Malfoy being the one tearing through Harry's clothes looking for the diary, but
sure.
I also think that Moaning Myrtle is a pretty easy one to point to as well.
She's obviously, well, we're being led to believe that she's connected to this in some way.
Yeah, definitely connected. I don't know if she's the one that went rifling through his stuff, because I guess if I'm thinking through this logically, her being a ghost, she could just reach through his stuff, right?
Right.
So why would she need to just scatter it all over the floor?
Well, then wouldn't she just reach through the diary itself?
Yeah, I suppose, but if she just doesn't want Harry to have it in general, I don't know.
Maybe she was freaking out and it was more emotion and excitement than anything else.
I mean, that seems to be right up her alley. Freaking out.
Like, she's moaning Myrtle. She's not going about this with a really straight face. She's like actively sobbing, right?
But you would also think if she was the one coming in there, like, other people would have seen and heard this happening, because she's not really like subtle about anything.
That's true. Unless she did it during class, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone's in class. Especially if Harry's gone, then his classmates are in class with him. Apparently everyone has all the same schedules as
right.
The people in their dorms or whatever. So predictions. What do you think is that arch enemy monster that Aragog was talking about? What's the opposite of a spider?
The opposite of a spider.
What's their ancient evil enemy?
A spider. You're saying this like I should know this.
No, I just want a prediction. It's not a riddle I'm trying to get you to solve. I just want you to predict something for me.
Is it some sort of bird?
That's what we're thinking is the monster that they're terrified of. Some kind of bird?
Some sort of giant bird.
Oh, that is scary. TBH.
A giant bird or a snake?
Maybe a snake.
I'm not ready to give up on the idea that maybe snakes eat spiders.
Sure, they probably do eat spiders. Are we going to see Hermione again in this book? What are your thoughts on that situation?
I think she'll show up in the end in a heroic fashion.
She just busts out of her slump.
Yeah. Comes
in, wand ablazing.
I am starting to miss her.
Yeah, because our duo isn't quite as competent.
No, not at all. She's definitely the brains of the operation. Harry is the muscle, if you will.
And Ron is?
The eater.
I was going to say comic relief. Eater works too.
Comic relief, yeah. The trusted sidekick.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of both, I feel like, in there.
He's not useless. I know that's how I'm making him sound. No, he's definitely important.
Yeah, he's just a slightly worse version of Harry. So, we've got 3 more chapters, 2 more episodes.
We're almost there.
Yeah. I'm excited. Are you excited to find out what's going on with the Chamber of Secrets?
I am. I'm kind of sick of just talking about it. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's do this. It's not a giant spider. Okay, do we believe Aragog? That he's not the Slytherin's monster?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we have a reason to not believe him, do we? Like, why would he go to those lengths to lie, I guess?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he wasn't stuttering or being shifty about it. He was just like, no, well, come on. So I guess that's fair. We've got 2 more chapters. Big next chapter, episode 18. We're going to have a patron on. That's exciting.
Sweet.
Nate is going to be coming on, so we need to get in touch with him about scheduling. But yeah, I'm excited to finish this up. Do you realize we need to be thinking about when you can come to Warsaw and we can go to Lafayette?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we do.
We got to see a movie. Got to do the wrap-up pod. Yeah, there's a lot of talk around these parts about getting you sorted.
Oh, dang, yeah, that needs to happen.
I think that's a fun way to end Chamber of Secrets. So check your calendars. You know what? Just come for Thanksgiving.
What do they call Thanksgiving in the Wizarding world? Thanksgiving?
Well, I mean, they don't have Thanksgiving in England because they don't have anything to give thanks for. The weather's so bad.
Yeah, that's probably true.
They don't have any Native Americans, so no one taught them how to plant corn.
I could do that.
No, so true. You're an ag teacher. I remember now.
I'm not that, but...
You just said you were.
I didn't say that.
You said that you could teach them how to plant corn.
I don't teach them. I facilitate the environment for them to be taught.
You're an ag principal.
I do not work in a school.
Rethink that statement. Is that true?
I work at a school. I do not... it's not even worth it.
Got him. You work at a school facilitating the department that teaches people, not necessarily students, better
companies.
ways to farm, on farming best practices.
That's not terribly far off, no.
Okay, well, I'll take that. I think at that, once we've reached discussing what it is that you do for a living, we're probably ready to end the episode.
Yes.
So please join us again next time for episode 18, covering chapter 16 and 17 of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. In the meantime, we encourage you to please call the Howler, our voicemail hotline.
The Harry Pot line.
The Harry Pot line. Call the Dumble phone at... I saved the number into my phone this time. 1-978-768-8370. 1-978-Potter-0. Leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear your wizarding band names. We want to know what you think about the pod. Any kind of topic that you'd like us to discuss. Please call in.
We love it.
Do you want to take us out on our social media plugs, Braden?
I would love to. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes. It helps us climb the charts of Harry Potter podcasts. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Muggles Perspective. Is there anything I'm missing? We have a website now. And what is the exact address of that?
A Muggles Podcast. Not at, just www.mugglespodcast.
Yes, there's no A. So like our Instagram handle, there is no A.
Mugglespodcast.com. It's got links to all the other good stuff and a feedback, like an email, which is another good way to get in touch with us.
Yes, and should they be looking forward to the newsletter? I'll let you fill them in on that.
Newsletter coming in later this week. I apologize for getting behind on that, but I got a job and all that, so you know how it goes. You guys have jobs, you know. So that's going to be coming. That's for patrons only, but all patrons do have access to it. That just kind of gives some news, upcoming highlights, recaps recent things that have happened in the world of Muggles Perspective, and hopefully gives you a little chuckle because I force Harry Potter references into every square inch of it.
It's pretty cleverly written. It's give a nice little chuckle.
Well, thanks, Braden. Well, until next time, I'm Rogge.
And I am Braden.
See you guys.
See you.